Ladies and gentlemen, Chef Ryan Entree. Also up here, just so we all know who we're dealing with, is a very, very special friend of mine, as well as another great chef, Chef Sean Rivera. He's going to be helping Ryan tonight. So, because we're kind of doing like a food prep demo thing, I'm going to kind of talk to Ryan as he prepares his food, so bear with me. Ryan, what are we making tonight?
We are making Korean fried chicken.
Okay. Tell us a little bit about that Korean fried chicken. What is that? Well,
we're using the Goblet Farms, which is out of Gonzales, Louisiana, my hometown.
Yeah.
The jambalaya capital of the world.
All right.
We're going to twice fry it, which is one of the secrets to the Korean fried chicken. And we're also using potato starch, which is another secret to the Korean fried chicken, which makes it extra crispy to stand up to the sauce we're going to toss it in.
I hope you guys are taking notes.
Take notes.
All right, so I threw it out there that you were just named 225's best chef in Baton Rouge. Did you always want to be a chef, or earlier in life did you want to do something else?
Well, that's my story. No, I did not want to be a chef all my life. I did not realize that until I was 21 years old, going through my first marriage. And fresh out of high school, I worked in a plant doing construction work.
Okay.
Insulating pipes right along my cohorts that taught me Spanish. And realized that I did not want to do that for a living, as my mom taught me to go to BRCC to become a plant operator. So I started my first job at J. Alexander's to put myself through school and got chef tattooed on me 6 months after and started my journey on to being a chef.
You do have some very glorious tattoos.
That's a lot of money and dedication right there.
As someone who doesn't have any tattoos, I'm a little jealous. Wow, from Baton Rouge Community College to here. Did you ever imagine you'd be here?
No, not 2017, 225 best chef of Baton Rouge. No, I did not.
What does that feel like? What does it feel like to be considered the best?
Well, like you said, I mean, that you made it sound a lot better than I'll imagine it. So,
all right. Well, tonight is about innovation. Where would you say your creativity and innovation comes from, Ryan?
TV.
TV. Tell me a little bit more.
Well, I mean, I spend a lot of time in the restaurant at City Pork, so I do not get a lot of chance to get out and travel the world like a lot of other people in the industries. So I have to actually take a lot of my innovations from watching TV and getting ideas, and also having my flavor profiling to be able to kind of pair with what I'm watching on TV, which was actually one of my father's traits that he had, was to be able to go to a restaurant and pick apart a dish and come home and make it on the lighter side, using half and half or skim milk over heavy cream and stuff like that, because he was a real health nut. Which,
are you good at doing that?
I can pick dishes apart, which my mother gave me that skill, because I used to be, whenever I was a kid, 8 to 10 years old, she would kind of pull me away from my toys and actually have me tasting the dishes. So it kind of developed my flavor profiles at a young age just by doing that.
So you mentioned TV, and I can't resist. It's 2017, and society has kind of glamorized the whole chef.
That they did.
That whole televised chef thing. It's kind of the sexy rock star job now. TV makes it look like it's the most glamorous job in the world. And I think it's only fair for me to ask, and I think you guys want to know this, what's it really like being a chef?
It takes a lot of hard work, dedication, time away from your family, which I'm glad I have a supportive wife and family at home to allow me to do this job. And yeah, you have to put your head down and just go roll with the punches to be able to make it where you want to make it. And I'm finding a lot of the younger industry is not able to do that. So my advice to them is to just roll with the punches.
Is it always glamorous being the chef?
No, it's not glamorous at all.
I mean, it looks that way on TV, right?
I'm enjoying the glamour right now, but it's not glamorous all the time.
All right. So what would you say, I mean, we've talked about this, but the most common misconceptions about chefs, the guys working in the back, running the kitchen?
We don't always eat fine dining food.
What do you guys typically eat?
My mentor at Commander's Palace, #1 food was Taco Bell.
Taco Bell, huh?
And one of the other questions you're about to get to me to ask what people don't really know about me, my favorite comfort food is cheap fish sticks and macaroni and cheese.
Well, let me be plain, and I stand by this position. There ain't nothing wrong with Taco Bell. Well, maybe. I don't know. Or macaroni. You know, I'm a fan of macaroni and cheese.
I know.
I mean, so, okay. Let's get to the nitty-gritty. By the way, what are we doing over here? Just so everybody knows.
I just breaded our chicken wings in the potato starch. We're frying them down for about 10 minutes. The thing about this dish is you can actually fry these chicken wings or chicken, whatever pieces of chicken you want ahead of time.
Okay.
Store them in your fridge or whatever. If you want to do this 2 days later or something like that, you can go ahead and pre-fry this. Because the thing about Korean fried chicken is the twice fry is what gives it that crisp.
And what does that mean to I mean, I know that sounds obvious.
Like twice baked potatoes, man.
Okay, so twice fried. And what is Chef Sean doing right now?
He is making our Korean sauce right now.
Okay.
He's got a little bit of garlic, ginger, canola oil, Thai chili peppers. We're gonna brown that up a little bit. We're gonna add our Sir Kensington's ketchup to it, so give him a shout out.
Where's Mark? Where's Mark? Folks, I don't want to steal your thunder, Mark, but you guys, when you hear from Mark about what Sir Kensington's doing,
That's going.
So, another question I have about the sauce. What would you say, how would you describe a good Korean sauce? What are the components or the elements that you would expect to see in a good Korean sauce?
Soy, the gochujang, which is the fermented chili paste. If most people don't know what that is, it's one of my favorite ingredients now. Ginger, garlic, and some kind of heat, which is the gochujang and a little bit of some kind of chili flake to it.
Awesome. So, as you're frying, we got a little bit of time. I want to talk about this city, Baton Rouge, because I love Baton Rouge. Where do you see the Baton Rouge food scene going, Ryan?
From 10 years of the industry that I've been, or longer now, but in the last 10 years, I see Baton Rouge turning more towards a chef-driven restaurant scene.
Okay.
Which a lot of the millennials coming in from out of town, like the IBM and all that kind of stuff like that. So that's kind of bringing more of the foodie people that actually want a chef to cook for them instead of a kitchen manager to cook for them. So I see it more doing a turn, and actually I'm praying that it's going to do more of a turn.
So when I go to Cityport, I can expect Chef Ryan Andre to be the one cooking in the back. I mean, you cook. I mean, you're that working chef like that, right?
Yes. Well, I mean, I'm not as hands-on now, but I have my guys trained up. Just like Bill was talking about, we have to trust our crew now to be able to hold the reins now. One
band, one sound, right? So I want to talk a little bit more about this, where Baton Rouge is going, because you and Sean actually are kind of, I want to talk about this because it's really important to me. They're kind of in a movement right now called Gastronomica. He's wearing the shirt, folks. Can you guys talk a little bit about what Gastronomica is?
Gastronomica is kind of a group, not only chefs, but also anybody that's in this industry, as far as food writers, photographers, media, anything that would make one chef better. We like to be able to form a group around that, because making someone else better, and like you said, in turn makes us better. So,
not to re-say it again, but elevating others elevates you. Bill said the same thing, right? So, okay, we've talked to where Baton Rouge is. We talked about hopefully where Baton Rouge is going. I can smell it from here. It smells awesome.
I know everybody's getting hungry, and my guys are working hard down there.
I promise you, you're going to eat food. So I want to talk about people like me, who I consider a dreamer. You know, I asked Mr. Schulman for a reason, you know, about second careers, and I really do need a mentor.
Yeah, let's reduce it down.
To all the dreamers out there considering career in the food industry, anybody out there considering a career in the food industry? Show of hands. Raise them a little higher. Okay. I got a few people raising their hands. If I were in their positions, Ryan, I would want to know what advice you would give to them as they're about to stick their big foot in the water. And it may be a very cold water, it may be a very troubled water. What would you say to these people who are thinking about getting into your business?
In my business?
Yeah.
I have to look at, just because you like to cook does not define passion for cooking.
Okay.
I realized my passion for cooking whenever I was, of course, like I said, going through my first marriage, working at J. Alexander's, working 12-hour shifts, and still coming home to enjoy cooking when I got home. Kind of made me realize that I have a passion for it. I mean, this is not just something I'm doing to make a paycheck because I like doing it. It's because I pour my heart and soul into it. And for my wife to sit there and say that why don't we just invite people over and we order pizza or something like that, I don't even take pleasure in that. My group is me standing cooking while everybody's sitting around the bar talking. That's where I feel comfortable. This is why that I can't go in the front over there like all these other guys and talk, because I need to have this in between us, because this is what makes me not have to put my hands up here like
Well,
Ricky Bobby.
I think it's safe to say, ladies and gentlemen, agree or disagree, he's doing pretty damn good up here, right?
Yeah.